Okay, welcome to all. Now, Unit 4, we have objective like punctuation and important vocabulary, words and meanings, and then Section D, advertisements. Actually, in the Unit 4, some of the portion is deleted for you. That is the page number Unit 4, Section A, that is punctuation. I am going to explain now. And section B, page number 34 to 39, it is deleted. But again from 40 to 47, vocabulary, it is there. I'll explain now. And section C also deleted. And section 4, actually section D, that is advertisements, that is there. So first punctuation. Punctuation is already, you are aware of it. But we can go through in details. If you have the reader, please open the reader, page number 26. There are three types of punctuation. One is end punctuation after after full stop, like after a sentence, like question mark, like full stop, like exclamatory mark. That's called end punctuation. Then internal punctuation, like semicolon, colon, comma, quotation marks. These are called internal punctuation. And the last one, word punctuation. In between the word, sometimes you can apostrophe, you can use hyphen, you can use capital letters, you can use how to use this. So first we'll start with end punctuation. After ending of a sentence, see, this is the things today we are going to discuss under Unit 4. This is first one, Section A, punctuation. Section B, important words. Section C is deleted from the portion. Section D, advertisements. So, first punctuation. So, where we have to use the full stop. Please remember, it is very important for you to write English in a perfect manner, not only for the purpose of exam. In exam, there is about 4 marks allotted. They will give without any punctuation marks. You have to put the punctuation marks wherever it is applicable. Okay, where you have to put full stop at the end of all the declarations, whatever sentences are there. Okay, then wherever abbreviated forms are there, for example, BCom, B full stop com, like that, BSc, whatever, like AM, PM, A full stop M, P full stop M, like this. Then where you should not put full stop, where it is not used, please remember, in acronyms, whatever you say, like DRDL acronym, you should not put full stops, D full stop, R full stop, like that. Okay, VAT, you are not supposed to put V full stop, A full stop, T, like this. Or UNESCO, USA, wherever it is there, such acronyms are there. This is called acronyms. Then when the capital letter, the abbreviation does not stand for a complete word, like television, you should not put full stop after television. Like because once you write this in television, there's only one word. So in between, you should not put any full stop. Then tuberculosis, TB, no full stop in between, like that. In newspaper headlines also, you are not supposed to keep the full stop. Then where you have to use the question mark at the end of all interrogative sentences, wherever you are putting a question. After question tag, already you have studied what is question tag in first year. So, wherever question tag you are adding it after sentence, there you have to put a question mark. Then, all elliptical questions like, are you doing well, in trouble, like this. Then, in the indirect question, wherever it is direct indirect speech, there question mark is not used. Okay. Then exclamatory mark. What is exclamatory mark? Wherever there is sudden surprise, sudden joy, sudden sorrow, sudden shock, high anger, extreme, not small. There you can use exclamatory mark. Okay. Then internal punctuation. Where you have to use the semicolon, wherever you are using some pause. Okay. It makes a great pause in a sentence. The pause means stopping for some time, either greater than that created by comma, weaker than a full stop. It's not a comma. Okay, is greater than a comma but weaker than a full stop. It is used like this. So to separate, if in a sentence there are two clauses are there, to separate two clauses you can use semicolon. Then to separate parts of a sentence also, okay, which has got many commas, in that time you can avoid commas and you can put semicolon. Then between main clauses joined by connectives, okay, wherever it is there you can use it. So now next comes colon. Colon means just you have to introduce a list of items. Okay, it is very often it is used. Then to anticipate specific explanation of a general statement, this follows. When you write the description of the items are follows, then you can put the colon. Colon means two dots. Then comma. All of you know where to keep comma. This punctuation mark. To separate more than two words of the same sentence. If you are making some, Rama, Krishna, like that, you can put a comma behind it. Like, rich, clever, brave. You're keeping the so many qualities. In that case, you can put a comma over there. Then, wherever you are using a adverb clause or phrase, you can put a comma because it is also separating two clauses. Then, in non-defining relative clauses, in non-relative clauses. Then in letters, wherever salutation and complimentary is there, for example, dear father, yours sincerely, like that. Nowadays, of course, the letter format is changed, that's something else. In the indirect speech, see, you are putting a indirect speech, for example, and before the question tags also. Then after sentence adverbs, wherever you are doing adverb, fortunately, comma, he saved me, like that. Then after introductory words and some expressions, okay, wherever you are using some introductory words or expressions, you can use it. To separate date, month from a year. Actually, how to write properly write a date, for example, 15th August, 1947. Like that you are supposed to write. You have to separate the year by putting a comma in between. Okay. To separate postal address, if you are writing a house name or something, there also you can make the commas. Then to separate interjection, wherever you are using some interjection, you can do it. After noun or pronoun in the vocative case, for example, Ramu, come here, Ramu, comma, come here, like this. To separate a name from a degree, that also you can use it. After writing the name, if you are putting some degrees and all, you can use it. Then where to use the question mark? Please, because it's very important whenever you communicate something, you must know it. Quotation marks are used to put upside down or above the line of writing. They are single and double. There are two types of quotation marks. In British English, single quotations are used, but in American English, we use double quotations. Okay, double inverted commas. These are the quotations where we have to use in the indirect speech. Whatever in the direct speech, whatever a person is speaking, that we are putting in the quotation marks. Then any titles, stories, plays, poems. For example, a Bible, starting with quotation marks, ending with quotation, like this. So next, wherever quotations are there, wherever sayings are there, there you can put in that particular sentence in the quotation marks. Then ellipses. What is ellipsis? This is three dots. See, why it is after a break in speech. See, these are the small words in a sentence when they are not necessary for understanding. Okay? The practice of leaving a word in place after leaving the word, you are putting three dots. Okay? That is just like etc. After a break in speech, an alternative to etc. When a word or phrase of quotation is omitted, to make a longer pause in a dialogue. In these cases, these three dots are used. Then word punctuation, apostrophe, where you have to use apostrophe. What is the meaning of apostrophe? That is to indicate possession. For example, it is Rahim's dress. ये Rahim का dress है. It belongs to Rahim. So Rahim apostrophe S. Okay. Neighbors children. Neighbors apostrophe children, like plural. Then to indicate contraction, what is the contraction? When you need not write I am, you need not write I, then you can put apostrophe M. Don't, D-O-N apostrophe and this is called contraction. Then hyphen where you have to use. Wherever you are putting some common words like father-in-law, father hyphen in hyphen law, like this. Okay. Co-education, you can put a hyphen. Then where compound numbers are there, like 21, you write 20 this 20 hyphen 1, like that. Then between two numbers to indicate range inclusion. Okay, from 1 to 6, for example, you write 1 hyphen 6. Understood? See, for example, you are using Y junction, Y hyphen junction. Like this, you can use it. Then most important, most of the students are making mistakes. Where to use the capital letters? It's very important. Even some of the students, wherever they feel, they will write the cap. Sometimes they will not write. Wherever is not required, they will not write. Wherever not required, they will write it. For example, at the beginning of a sentence, okay, that's okay. After completing the sentence, again next sentence start with a capital letter. Then at the beginning of every line of a poem, if you happen to see the poem, even the first line is incomplete and is starting with the second line, but the second line should be starting with the capital letter. Then with personal names like Usmania University, O capital, U capital, Red Fort, Charminar, Bhagat Singh, name as personal pronouns. Wherever you are writing I कहीं भी लिखेगा तो I capitals में लिखना है. In between the sentence even it comes also. All the place name, person name, or person's name and all. Then with proper adjectives derived from proper nouns like Indian festivals, I capital. Okay, Japanese dolls, J capital. With the first letter of a day, month, festival, special occasion, religion, class, holy book, letter. So these are all of you know that, like Wednesday, Friday, first letter, then month, June, J capital, Ramjan, R capital, Republic Day, R capital, Christ, like this. Okay. Then with high ranking official, the Prime Minister, P capital, M capital, like this. Chief Justice, C capital, J capital. With the first letter of God, Lord, Almighty, wherever you write God, G capital letter, Lord, Christians they write Lord, L capital, Almighty, A capital. Then with historical events like First World War, F capital, W capital, W capital. Okay, wherever the historical movements are there, historical events are there. And political parties, if you want the Communist Party, C capital, P capital. And country names like UNO, all capitals. Then I think you understood. It is a small, already you are all aware all these things, but a small revision. Then if you go back to the again the page number 40 up to 39 it is deleted. On page number 40, if you want, you can note down on a paper and just check it. One word substitutes. What is one word substitute? See, for a there is for a big sentence, you can say in one word. Okay, that's called. For example, a person who does not believe in the existence of God. इतना पूरा बोलने का जरूरत नहीं. Only single word you can see atheist. Atheist means a person who does not believe in the existence of God. Okay, like this. Agenda is a list of items. All of you know that we discussed in the meeting. Like that, we have got so many words. Afterwards, I am going to give the most important words which will be asked in the examination. Like if you want to note down page number 40, you can see 1, serial number 1, serial number 4, 7, agenda, amateur, amphibious, anarchy, anonymous, antidote, atheist, autobiography, bibliophile, autonomous, calligraphy, cardiologist, chronicle, colleagues, contemporary, edible, encyclopedia, epidemic, etiquette, extempore, feminist, gregarious, glossary, illiterate, imminent, indelible, inevitable, inflammable, insolvent, invisible, mercenary, mortuary, novice, notorious, obsolete, omniscient, ornithology, panacea, pessimist, teetotaler, unanimous, veteran. These are some of the most important meaning. Generally it is asked. Once again I will tell the serial number of the word. 1, 4, 7, 9, 11, 13, 16, 18, 21, 24, 27, 29, 30, 31, 35, 37, 40, 43, 45, 48, 50, 52, 57, 60, 61, 63, 67, 74, 76, 78, 79, 81, 83, 86, 90, 97, 109, 110, 112, 115. These are the most important meanings, which are about 30 meanings you have to by heart. Better you should know all the meanings to use it whenever you are using English. There are some match the followings also there. See, for example, page number 44, first one. So you have to match, but in exam they are not going to give you like this. Whatever the form they give, you should be able to answer it. For example, first one, 1D, 2E, 3F, 4A, 5B, 6C. Then second one matching, 1E, 2G, 3F, 4C, 5A, 6D. Then third one, 1G, 2D, 3B, 4E, 5F, 6H. Fourth one, 1E, 2F, 3G, 4A, 5B, 6D. Then it is page number 45. Question number 5, match the following. 1F, 2D, 3A, 4E, 5C, 6B. Then sixth one, match the following. Number 1, F, 2E, 3A, 4B, 5H, 6C. Then seventh one, 1B, 2F, 3E, 4C, 5A, 6D. Then eighth one, 1D, 2E, 3A, 4F, 5B, 6C. Then ninth one, 1F, 2E, 3G, 4C, 5B, 6D. Then 10th one, last one, first one F, second one C, third one E, fourth one H, fifth one B, sixth one G. See here, you have to understand the meanings of these words so that you can use in day-to-day conversations. So here you don't expect me to each and every word I should. It is very easy. One long sentence is given that you have to make it into only one word. That's called one word substitutes. If you have any doubt, later on I will clarify, but I don't think you will have any doubt. It is very clear, very clearly mentioned. It's like learning the meanings. Then now the most important thing, Unit 4, Section D. Okay, Unit 4, Section C, that is understanding non-verbal data, that is deleted for your batch, especially due to coronavirus and all. Only for your batch it is deleted. Now Unit 4, understanding advertisement. Understanding advertisements is very easy for you. Even a layman, a small kid who is studying in 4th class, 5th class, he can also understand. Why? Because advertisement is given to you. You have to study, you have to look into the advertisement, every nook and corner, and underneath that 5 questions are given. Information is there only. इसके लिए पहले प्रिपरेशन का जरूरत नहीं है. You should not by heart. It is only logical use of your mind where the answers are there. Okay. So sometimes that may be audio, video. Okay. It may not be. It may be pictures. So you should understand. Some 6 questions are given. Out of 6, you will get 4 marks, but you can write any 6. All the 6 you can answer. There is no harm in that. So I think try to do it. I'll call you one day for the Google Meet. So if you have any doubts, I'll clarify on doubt. But it's a homework for you because it's very easy, dead easy, and no prior preparation is required for it. So I hope you can understand it. Now we have completed the 4th unit, and in the next unit I'll go for a lesson. Till that time, happy learning. Take care of yourself.